I'm about to start the process for my worm area, and I'm going to use these 4 blue barrels. Basically what I'm doing, I'm going to set them all up on cinder blocks like this and then connect them. That way I have space to get to the garden. As you can see, I'm still cleaning up. I still have area to get to my garden, and I can get over to my aquaponics system. And the worm farm is going to be mostly right here. Now I'm going to use this to drill to make this hole bigger. This hole kind of came with it when I bought it used. And then I'm going to make it so that this can go into here, and that's how I'm going to drain the system, kind of. I'll show you. All right, got the hole plugged in, cut out. Now I need to clean up some of these barbs. I'm going to use this to do so. All right, so I got it all set up, got the hole set up. This is going to be in reverse. This part's going to be on the other side. This is going to be on the inside. I'm going to show you in a moment. So I have this grommet set up. It's going to be on the inside. As you can see, it's going to work out pretty cool. One of the challenges of trying to put this through here is this is kind of thick. So what I do sometimes is I put some soap on it, lube it up, but I also file this down, and I use my Dremel to do so. So see, it kind of sharpen that up a little bit. So when that happens, it should be a little bit easier to fit into here. Got that part in, now the rest. Okay, now I got the soap on there, ready to go. All right, now I have that part in, and where it's gonna go is I'm gonna level, put a bunch of rocks or something to that effect to kind of cover that up, put a top kind of over that. You'll see the rest as I follow through. But so far so good. And that's how it looks from the bottom. And I'm going to put some more connections on here to connect all of the barrels. But so far so good. Now I have the basic plumbing set up for this one. Like I said, it comes down under here, goes here, and then I'm going to add the rest of the containers later. On the inside, here you go. Now I'm going to start filling it with some rocks, and I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit later. Added in a weed barrier to kind of cut back on the clogging and to try to keep some of the material from flowing through the system. All right, so now I have the layer of rocks. The main purpose of this is to kind of sift out, and also when it rains in between harvesting, it won't have just be sitting in water. It's a couple of inches thick roughly. Now I'm going to put the top on. I may do something else with that, but the main purpose of having that is when I'm harvesting, when I get down to this level, it lets me know that I'm pretty much toward the end. This is one of my earlier worm bins, and as you can see, it's starting to come apart, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making a new one. And also too, after it rains, it collects all of this great nutrients, which I'm about to water my plants with. So I'm going to move this over a certain amount of time over to the new one. I went through and harvested some worms from my other system. You probably see some kind of crawling around in there. Gonna add some more to this. It's going pretty good. Okay, so I added in these PVC pipes and I drilled some holes. The purpose of this is for aeration, basically, so you can get air, because eventually this thing is going to get quite dense as it builds up. But as you all know, I do a lot of experiments, so we'll see how it works. You can always make modifications. That's what makes this stuff so cool. Now I'm going to water it in a bit, full of cardboard. This is great bedding food. It serves multiple purposes, but they don't like to be too dry, so you got to make sure it's kind of moist. We're expecting to have rain over the next 3 days, and that should help out a bit, but we'll see.